Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Daniel Federico Show, Week 3. We have lots of news to cover, tons of news. I'm a little tired today, a little sluggish, but the show must go on, and here we are. Today we got the NBA Finals, we got NBA news, got NBA trades, got a lot of stuff going on today that happened in the NBA. The NBA just finished a week ago. As I'm recording this on Tuesday. Wednesday night is the first round of the draft. Thursday. So when this episode comes out, the draft will be concluded. But we'll talk about the draft next week. And then we also have the NHL Finals just wrapped up. That's why I didn't record this. That's why you don't see this episode on a Tuesday. Probably for the rest of the year or the rest of the summer, you will be seeing this episode get released on a Wednesday. The show get released on a Wednesday. Maybe a Tuesday night if we're lucky. If we are lucky. We have some CFL highlights. We have the group stages of the Euros just wrapped up. We have Copa America. Officiating terrible. Their officiating has been tragic in the Copas. And Canada got their first win in Copa history, so we'll talk about that. And we will talk about Italy's striking force. They just can't get balls in the back of the net, and we will talk about that. Let's get into the show. Alright, to get started with the NBA, and some news, so the NBA Finals just wrapped it up last week. The Boston Celtics are the champions. No! No! God dang it. No! They have won their 18th NBA championship. Damn. And Jason Tatum, this guy is working hard. He's working overtime to get a special iconic moment. And it's just not going his way. Here's I saw this on, I think it was Instagram. I think I saw it on, I can't remember where I saw it, but I'll put it in this video. I'll just cut me off from speaking and put it in. I'll probably put it in right here.
Right now. Anything's possible. Anything's possible! Oh my God, it's a surreal feeling. We did it. We did it! Oh my God, we did it! What are they gonna say now? What are they gonna say now? What they gonna say now? What they gonna say now? I know everybody asked me a question. They want to know. I know it's gonna sound loud. It's gonna do something crazy. Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know. I know everybody will wonder what would happen if we didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, this guy is working way too hard to get a iconic moment. And bro, just relax. Iconic moments just come, man. They just happen, bro. And he's trying a little too hard. I can't believe we did it. I can't believe we did it. Can't believe we did it. Okay, Kevin Garnett. Was it Kevin Garnett that did it? Or Paul Pierce? Ooh, having a brain fart. No, it's Kevin Garnett that did that. Anything's possible. Let's relax, Jason Tatum. Your iconic moment will come. Hopefully. But you're trying a little too hard, so it's actually not going to come. Finals MVP, Jaylen Brown. Damn. Their parade was earlier this week. Or was earlier last week. Just a normal parade. Nothing really happened. People jumped off the bus, went to go dab up their fans, went to go it was good for the city of Boston and these fans. But let's move on to other news. The Los Angeles Lakers have found their new head coach, JJ Redick. I don't know how he's going to pan out, but it's basically going to be JJ Redick coaching his boys. It's going to be like a Jeff Saturday when he coached the Colts. Exact same situation. That's a hot take, though. JJ Redick coaching LeBron. Okay. Let's get another news. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think a coach also got hired as I was recording this today. You know what? If I am thinking incorrectly that Like I'm thinking, if I'm thinking incorrectly, I'll find out next week. But I'm positive another head coach just got hired. I think today. So we're talking. I might be just jumping the gun. I might be just hearing rumors flying, the Twitter world. That's all I've been looking at. But we'll talk about that next week. But JJ Redick is the new Los Angeles Lakers head coach. Nice! That's a great signing for them. It's just because he's boys with LeBron. So you got to keep LeBron happy so he can sign an extension and maybe make him maybe more happier, draft his son tonight. That's 17th overall pick. Not going to happen. We'll talk with the draft coverage next week. But my honest take is I think Bronny left college a season early. I'm not trying to hate on him. I'm a Bronny fan. I'm probably a bigger fan of LeBron James Jr. than actual LeBron. But I do think he left college 1 year early. But it's okay. It's now or never. We had some trades in the NBA happen this week. Alex Caruso is shipped out. But let me read these trade details correctly so I don't got to butcher anything. Chicago Bulls are sending two-time all defensive guard Alex Caruso to the OKC Thunder for guard Josh Giddey. Yeah, I think it's a good trade for both teams. OKC gets a stud still. Guy that will play strong defense and the veteran presence. That's the only thing that OKC is missing is the veteran presence. And Alex Caruso is going to help big time with that young OKC team. So I think I think it had to be done. And why not get Josh Giddey out of there? I wonder if his. In other news, the Brooklyn Nets are trading Malik Bridges to the New York Knicks for 5 first-round draft picks. They botched that. Oh my god. Oh my god. 5 first-round draft picks for Malik Bridges. I don't like the NBA. Watching it. I could totally watch it in person and love it and talk about these guys that they're all characters. This league is crazy drama. Something's always happening off the court, and I love that. And they're all characters, and they're all obviously good athletes. It's just hard watching it on TV. But 5 first-round draft picks for Malik Bridges is crazy. That's all I gotta say. Crazy. It's crazy. But next week we're gonna have more NBA talk. The draft. Probably gonna be more signings. Probably gonna be more trades happening. Probably draft day trades, post trades. So whatever happens in the rest of this week, and what happens in the middle of the week as I'm recording next week's episode, we will be talking about the NBA a lot. We'll be talking about the NBA every single episode. News, updates. I bet there's going to be some off-season drama. I bet Kevin Durant news are going to pop up soon that he wants to leave the Suns already. We'll just wait and see. I'm not trying to jump the gun already. But trust me, it's probably coming from something like Kevin Durant. I just won't be surprised. But let's move into the NHL Finals. So I don't know where we left off last week talking about the NHL Finals, but the Edmonton Oilers did force a Game 7. That's why I'm recording this later on in the week. Like I said last episode, I'm recording later on in the week. They forced Game 7. And that's exactly what they did. They won 5-1 on Game 6. And they had, they had Friday. Played Friday. And they forced Game 7. And then 2 days rest. That's a little too much for Bobrovsky. 2 days rest. Get an ice bath. Get your body relaxed. 2 days rest for Game 7 is crazy, especially on one of the best one of the best goaltenders of all time. Just give him extra time to prepare for Game 7. Going into the game, I really wanted Edmonton to win. I know I wanted them to win for Canada. But it's cool that Paul Maurice got his first Stanley Cup after 28 years. coaching in the National Hockey League. Or coaching in general. There's nobody's been in the National Hockey League for 28 years, but it's good to get him, see him, Kachuk. Bobrovsky get his first ring. It's great for them. But the Oilers, they played great. They did lose 2-1, and I think they pulled out their goalie a little too late. A minute, 15 or something like that, they pulled their goalie. Should have pulled at the 2-minute mark and give the boys a chance. You're either tying up the game or you're done. It's a game 7. Pull that goal with 2 minutes remaining and try to get a goal. But instead of minute 13, I think it was too late. Personally, think it was too late. They didn't even get a shot when they pulled the goalie. The last 13 seconds, they're in the corner, and I knew that was a wrap. They're not gonna get a single shot off, and that sucks. Connor McDavid becomes, what is it? Let me stack check myself. I want to say second player to win the Conn Smythe on the losing team. Like, obviously, he was going to get playoff MVP because he is one of the best. 34 assists or 35 assists? A trillion points in the playoffs? He is truthfully... Like, I know that people are bashing him for not coming out to go accept that award, but you gotta know it. He just lost Game 7. Stanley Cup Finals. He doesn't want to be on that ice anymore. He's done with hockey right now. If I lost a Game 7, in the fashion we just did, bring it back from 3-0 to 3-3 and lose a Game 7 by 1 goal, I'm getting off that ice. I'll be the first person to get off that ice and start crying and then console my teammates. Obviously, he didn't want to come out. I knew that his parents didn't know that he was not coming out because I saw them when the broadcast was showing them recording the Conn Smythe announcement, and then you could just read his website. Oh, he's not coming out. Yeah, he's not coming out, buddy. Sorry. It sucks, but at the end of the day, I really understand it. Like, could someone fact check me on that award? Is he the second? Or is he the 6th? I don't know why those two numbers are floating in my head right now. But I gotta let you guys know, I'm a little sluggish right now. Hey, my favorite Siri. Hey Siri, how many times has a losing team won the Conn Smythe? So weird that incorrectly. Let me see what this is saying. Vegas Hockey Night. How many players on the losing team won the Conn Smythe? Yes, it is possible. Okay, I'm not reading all this. Someone fact check me. How many times has the losing team won the Conn Smythe? It's either 2 times, and I'm thinking it's 2 times. Or it's 6 times. I don't know why I would think 6. I'm thinking 2. But Connor McDavid won the Conn Smythe. Let's get back to the normal programming. Connor McDavid won the Conn Smythe. Florida Panthers fans booing that decision? What are you, nuts? What are you, blind? Have you seen what he's done in the playoffs this year? But Sergei Bobrovsky, for Game 7, he brought it back, saving 23 shots on 23 saves on 24 shots. He was back to the Bobrovsky that we knew, and we love, and we adore. Bobrovsky in this round, let alone, no idea what happened. 0 idea what happened to him. In Game 4, 5, 6, I have 0 idea what happened to him. 0 clue what happened to him. But he woke up when it matters most in Game 7. That's where you dream of when you're a kid, especially in Canada, playing road hockey in the winter and pretending every day it's Game 7 with your buddies. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool moment to be as a player. Even though you lost, you gotta say it's one of the best moments in sports. I think this year's NHL playoffs beat the NFL playoffs. Enjoy watching as a fan, being a viewer. NBA's last place. I think my list goes NHL playoffs, the NFL playoffs, the MLB playoffs, and the NBA. NBA is so last, bro. It is so last. It's boring to watch until it gets to the finals, and this year was a snooze fest of a finals. As a fan just watching. A fan base for those guys that just won the championships, like the Boston Celtics, they loved it, they enjoyed it, they probably put the NBA first. Fans of the Florida Panthers would put NHL first. Like, it goes like that. Fans of the Kansas City Chiefs would put the NFL first. It goes like that. That's my rankings. Take it how you will. It is what it is. That's how I'd rank it. NHL playoffs is always fast and electrifying. And when it's where there's like a new population of fans that just come up when they tune into an NHL playoff game, it could be game 7, it could be game 3, and for God's sakes, it could be game 2. And they're like, I need to keep on watching this. Yeah, the NHL playoffs. The NHL as a whole is a great sport, crazy good sport. It's good to see America finally get on board with that. But this year's Stanley Cup champions are your Florida Panthers. There's really not much news in the NHL right now. But actually, I think there is news that dropped today. I believe that I screenshotted it so I don't forget. John Cooper named head coach of Team Canada for Four Nations face-off in the 2026 Olympics. The Four Nations face-off thing that they're doing, I believe, next season. I have no idea how it's going to work. I have no idea how it's going to be like. And I'm actually excited, though. That's what I like. For new things starting up and see how it goes. Team Canada's probably going to win that. The Olympics, I can't wait for the 2026 Olympics. I gotta wait 2 years for it. But hey, I'm okay with that. John Cooper, I think he's probably always one of the best candidates for the job. Congrats to him. Very happy. And I do hope Team Canada wins the Olympics and win the Four Nations face-off. I think we have it in the bag in the Four Nations face-off. Our team's going to be crazy good. Oh my god, I'm just looking at all that, thinking of all these Canadians we have, and oh my god, you literally can't go wrong with any Canadians you pick in the NHL. Well, maybe you could, but as I'm thinking right now, I was like, oh my god, studs after studs after studs. Go Canada. But let's move on to the CFL highlights. Alright, I'm going to be sitting as I talk about the CFL. I think I'm going to be sitting every single week when I talk about the CFL. But let's get into the first game we are going to talk about is the Montreal Alouettes versus the Ottawa Red Blacks. And was it ever over before it started? Montreal went into half up 30-1. Montreal stays red hot. They're red hot right now and no signs of slowing down. Cody Fajardo is still hot, throwing for 393 yards and 3 touchdowns. They're there. Added 1 with his legs. Julian Grant went absolutely off, having 9 catches for 139 yards. And Tyson Philpott had 7 catches for 127 yards and a touchdown. Montreal went on to win the game 41-21 to move to a perfect 3-0 on the year. Is Montreal the hottest team in the CFL? That's a damn near easy answer. Yes, they are. They're still hot from the Grey Cup. And I honestly don't see them slowing down anytime soon. Let's move to the BC Lions versus the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, where it was a tight game all night long. The Blue Bombers moved to 0-3 on the year, losing 26-24. Is it time to worry in Winnipeg? No, I do not think so. The reason why I don't think so is because it's such a long season that 0-3 is still, I would hope, shrugging off some rust. You've got 3 weeks. They do need to win before they go 0-6, 0-4, 0-5, 0-6, 0-7. Like, keep on losing. They need to win their next game. They need to win. And if they don't, they go 0-4. Now that looks ugly, and maybe it'll be time to start panicking. But if they keep on losing, like, I don't know. Right now, I don't think it's time to panic because Winnipeg is they're coached by they have a great coach, they have a great quarterback, they have a great running back, and they have a great receiving core. They have a decent defense, great O-line, a very good defensive line. I don't think it's time to worry. I think they're all professionals now, and I think they could figure a way to fix this. Zach Collaros couldn't connect with any receivers through the air for touchdowns as their backup quarterback, Chris Streveler, ran for 3 touchdowns on the night. For the Lions, Alex Hollins had a career night, having 7 catches for 215 yards, and both of Vernon Adams Jr.'s throwing touchdowns to the air ran right to Hollins. Adams Jr. had 398 yards and 2 touchdowns, and William Standback averaged 5 yards per carry this week, finishing with 83 yards on 16 carries. The BC Lions are now 2-1 on the year. An all-time classic of a game. Bethel Thompson returns to Toronto where he won his Grey Cup 2 seasons ago with the Argos. But the Elks couldn't get the job done, as the Argos beat the Elks 39-36 on a walk-off field goal. Elks are 0-3. No rant. We're not going to rant this week. No rant this week. We're not going to rant this week, but I want Trey Ford in. But Bethel Thompson didn't even play good. Play bad, I mean. He did not play bad. He played actually great. Threw for 4 touchdown passes, but I just want Trey in the game. Let's get Trey. They're 0-3. But no, Bethel Thompson, I'm not going to lie. I've been ranting. I got a couple text messages, a couple DMs about bashing Bethel Thompson, blah, 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 blah. But he is not playing bad. It's just why go with the old man when you have a young stud sitting on your bench that can win you games? You're 0-3 now. I think a little bit more mobility in that pocket, you'd be 3-0. I think what this offense needs is a player like Trey, a mobile quarterback. Not a quarterback that's old and has no knees. Get a young quarterback that has his knees that could run for his life and score some touchdowns doing it. The Argos are 2-0 on the year with Cameron Dukes under center as he went for 18 for 21, throwing for 214 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's safe to say the Argos are safe at quarterback. Cameron Dukes is one of the most accurate passers in the CFL this year. It's only 2. They've only played 2 games, but it's already looking like that. Okay, he goes 18 for 21 this week. I think he went 19 for 22 in week 1. That'll work, Cameron Dukes. In the final game of the week, the Rough Riders absolutely spanked the Tiger Cats 36-20. And right off the kickoff, the Tiger Cats cough up the ball. Turnovers. Bo Levi Mitchell threw for 3 interceptions. Turnovers are a huge no-no. The Tiger Cats just didn't look ready to play this game. The defense was terrible. The offense was sluggish. Is it time to switch to defensive coordinator in Hamilton? The easy answer is yes. Saskatchewan moves to 3-0 on the year, where the Tiger Cats are 0-3. That's all I have the time for the CFL. Let's move on to the Copa America. All right, I'm going to continue sitting for the remainder of this episode, like I be. But let's talk about the Copa America for a second. Let's talk about Team Canada for a second. Team Canada started the tournament. Well, they're actually the opening day match against Argentina. Canada took Argentina 0-0 into halftime. What up? Maxi Compa, is that how you pronounce his name? Wait a little minute. Wait a minute. We're gonna do this.
It's there now. Now Salcedo, the slow run up. And it's saved.
Maxime Crepeau put on an absolute masterclass against Messi and the Argentinians. Canada did end up losing the game 2-0. But this guy has been absolutely dialed in, and he has been playing lights out for Team Canada. In Team Canada's Peru game, where they beat... and they got Jonathan David scores Canada's first ever goal at the Copa America, Jonathan David. They beat Peru 1-0. They're second place in the group. In Group A, Maxime Crepeau. Say it one more time.
It's there now. Now Salcedo, the slow run up. And it's saved! Maxime
Maxime
Crepeau keeps it.
Crepeau is an absolute lifesaver. In this game, I'm not gonna show no clip. I'm not gonna show any clip. But in their game, an official went down, collapsed. He was the first one to respond to him on the ground and asked for help, asked for assistance. Yo, come over here. Hero. But in this game too, also, Maxime played unreal. Canada has found their keeper, and I can bet that teams from Europe are calling about this guy right now because he is putting on an absolute masterclass. He plays so physical, and I like it like that. It's pretty cool to see for Team Canada. But Team Canada is 1-0-1, second place in the group behind Argentina. Chile, they play Chile next. That's a big match. They need a win. They need a tie or a win to advance. And Peru will play against Argentina. And I'm going to guess Argentina will win that game. But that next matchup for Canada, I believe that is this Saturday. This Saturday against Chile at 8 p.m. I'm going to guess a lot of eyes are going to be on that game for Canada. Chile needs a win. So I think Canada's going to play more for, defensive. And Canada just scored their first goal under Jesse March's new era. Jesse March's era. What have I said in my first episode? If you guys go all the way back to my first episode, I have said that Team Canada is playing unreal. Yeah, we might not be getting wins, but look at the style we're playing. I bet we're surprising a lot of countries, a lot of eyes in this world. I know we're not the greatest country at this sport, but for the little boys and girls that are just starting to play soccer and look up to Team Canada and their success and make them want to play soccer longer, and it is just a great sight to see. It truthfully is. And I have it all for Canada. I think we got to clap it up for Team Canada. It's honestly a great sight to see, We're hosting a World Cup. Next World Cup. We were just in a World Cup. Those little boys and girls are growing up to be like, hey, I want to be Alphonso Davies when I'm older. I want to be Jonathan David when I'm older. I might want to be Maxime Crepeau when I'm older. You know what? By the end of this summer, I'll probably get his name correct. The goalkeeper for Canada, I'll get his name correct. But it's honestly a great sight to see, and I'm all for it. But I want to talk about a stunner, a complete stun. I was stunned at this game. Where's the Brazil? Brazil, Costa Rica. Brazil tied Costa Rica. I picked Brazil to win the Copa America. Damn near doesn't seem like they're gonna win it. How they just played. It doesn't seem like they're gonna win it. Costa Rica just tied Brazil. That's a victory for Costa Rica. That's a loss for Brazil. A team to beat though is looking like Colombia, as they just beat Paraguay 2-1, and James Rodriguez 2 assists. He is still playing at an elite level for his country. It is a great sight to see, and I think he keeps it up. Colombia actually I'm pretty sure Colombia plays. Oh no, they play Friday, yes, against Costa Rica. I still do think Brazil is going to come out of the group. I think Colombia's taking Group D, and they will for sure take it. Oh yeah. I don't know what else I want to say about the Copa America, but I've been saying Canada has been great. The United States just beat Bolivia 2-0. it's Bolivia. I don't want to bash, and I don't want to talk about the States right here, but the States, we've always said, I've always said this, we've already know, all of Canada has always known this. Canada and the U.S. and soccer, this is the U.S. and this is Canada. We are so below the U.S. in soccer, but I think we're low-key, little bit by little, getting up to the States. The women's are just like that, eh? Like Canada women's and the U.S. women's, they're the same. Maybe Canada's a little better at some points, sometimes. The U.S. is better at some points. The women's, though, you can always root for Team Canada or the Team USA and the Women's World Cups because the women's have been spectacular for North America. That's all I want for the Euros. Let's move on to... I say Euros? I mean Copa America. Let's move on to the Euros. All right, so I think when I last week's episode, I was talking about I really hope Italy beats Spain. That did not happen. An own goal. I'm not gonna lie, Canada, Italy. I gotta stop saying Canada. Italy got absolutely dominated by Spain. I'm surprised it wasn't 2-0. I'm surprised it wasn't 3-0. Donnarumma, absolute savior he is for the Italians. Bravo. Good game. Good match. But they lost to Spain. And it's going to be real hard to get to the finals again if we can't play our best. But we don't have any strikers. Our forward group is weak. Absolutely weak. A lot of liabilities on the field are playing 90 minutes, playing 70 minutes on Italy's squad. And we just played 2 days ago Croatia, and we struggled with Croatia. But hey, we made it out of the group stage. Now we go to the round of 16 and we play Switzerland. Hope is getting lost by every time I see these guys. But what a goal! And then what was that? That 99th minute or 98th minute. 98th minute. What a goal for Zakari. Wait, let me look up his name for a second. Zaccagni. Some would think I'm not Italian because I don't know how to pronounce some of the names. But trust me, I'm Italian, Canadian Italian. But what a goal. But what a send-off for Luka Modric. He scores his final goal for Croatia. Just in a tying effort. They finished third in the group, Croatia. Italy finished second in the group with a 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. Round of 16 is here. The group stage is just finished up actually today. Let's read off. Let's look at some of these matchups. But let's look at Italy's route. It's the finals. So if Italy beats Switzerland, let's take it game by day, but let's just look at the back, okay? They either have to play England. Am I right about that? Whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, they either have to play England or Slovakia. And then after that, they'll either have to play Netherlands or whatever happens. Italy has a hard route to make it back to the finals in Euros. To make it to back-to-back Euro champions. They have one of the hardest routes. They do. They truthfully do. I would love to see an England-Italy matchup in the quarterfinals. Rematch from last year's last Euros final. Wouldn't that be great? Drama. Get your popcorn ready. But then we beat that, and then we beat them. Again, Italy has England's number. But to play either Netherlands or whoever. Hope it's not my Netherlands though. I was not the Dutch. I picked them to win. But if they have to be the ones to knock out Italy, I'll be happy it's them. But what I'm saying is, in the game against Croatia, Federico Chiesa didn't start the game. What was the manager thinking not starting him? He should have been on the field for a full 90. You needed a win or a draw to advance, to qualify for the round of 16. And you're like, you know what, he's going to be on the bench. Our forwards suck. You have him play on the wing. Yo, at this point, just put him at Cam, at center attacking mid so he can create more chances. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. But let's look at other more potential. Like, we're done with this Italian rant. Screw it. My buddy John Marco's been wanting me to put these in an episode. Let's call it Mario Balotelli. Hey. But let's look at some more potential matchups. So that Spain plays Georgia. That country, Georgia. They just beat Portugal today. Stunner. Spain winning. There's really not any other matchups that I can't see being upsets. Like there's really not many matches that are going to be upsets. Truthfully, I think there's powerhouse against weak, but at the same time, it's the Euros. So I'm not even going to discuss that. But next week, we'll see more. We'll talk about more as the round of 16 starts this Saturday. Grab popcorn. It's going to be a lot of drama in these Euro knockout stages. And the greatest thing, people are telling me, yo, why would you start a sports show in the summer? Why would you do one for the summer? And I go, there's a lot of reasons. And obviously, my friends know the reasons why I'm doing this. But other people are telling me, the true reason is, they're like, hey, there's going to be no sports to talk about. CFL, NBA news, NHL news. We're going to have NFL training camp starting. We're going to have a lot of good stuff to talk about. And we have the Euros right now. We have the Copa now. And we have the Olympics this year. This is probably the greatest summer to talk about sports. It's only probably going to have, this is probably only going to be one season. But it's okay. My boys know why I'm doing this show, truthfully. Everyone else that's asking, just mind your business. Just watch the episode and why not have fun. Remember, you're listening to an idiot talk sometimes. But hey, it is what it is. And then last week, people were asking me, yo, why didn't you talk about any Niagara things? Well, truthfully, there's really not much going on in Niagara with sports right now. That's the one thing. Except my football team is 1-3 right now. That I coach. We're not here for the wins. We're here to develop the kids, send them off. That's what we're doing. That's pretty much it. If you guys want to hear that, that's it. But I want to full-on rant about the game we just played. Not about the kids, about the refs. Officiating has been awful in the Copa America. That's another thing I forgot to talk about. I think I talked about at the start of the episode. The officiating in the Copa America has been awful. Complete tragic. In last night's game, Chile and Argentina, they weren't calling anything. They didn't call a single thing. These refs don't care. Even in the Canada game against Argentina, we should have had a penalty. No call. Sometimes refs suck. Majority of the time, refs suck. But Copa looks so fixed. I'm just watching that game. It just looks so biased. Like, just look at the difference of broadcast styles. Look at the difference of reffing. Look at the difference of just how fans act. From the Euros to Copa. Euros will always beat the Copa as a competition. Not a hot take. The European countries just have more passion. Not even a hot take. Just look at Copa for an example. Yeah, for sure, there's a lot of passion. Like with Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, countries, like a lot of passion. But every single European country has passion, and they will sell out every arena, and they will go crazy for their country. You say something about their country, you're gonna have a beer thrown right at your face. Passion. A crime, but passion. But yeah, people are talking about, why are you not talking about anything happened in Niagara? There's not really much happened in Niagara. And then I'm also working on some interviews to put in an episode because this will probably be I'll probably move segueing into the episode of where like a part of the episode where I will be like, you know, talking about my funniest clip that I found. But no, I found that a little cringe, but it is what it is. But right now this would probably be where I put the interview. Don't have an interview this week. Don't have an interview next week. I have an interview probably week 5, hopefully, if everything works out. Scheduling, man, I'm busy. I'll tell you guys this all the time. If I can just get paid for talking about sports and interviewing athletes and doing all that instead of working a normal job, I would for sure do it in a heartbeat. And that's why I'm in school, to do what I enjoy. But that's all I have for this week. I think we covered a lot of topics this week. Yeah, that's all I have. This was the Daniel Federico Show. Until I see you guys next week, have fun. Take care of yourselves. Ciao. Daniel Federico out.